guys, welcome back to Toy Transformations. I'm so happy because today we have an extra spooky transformation. We're going to transform one l.o.l doll and one little sister into the nun from the recent movie.
Hello?
Are you ready for this? We're going to make her habit, her veil, and we're also going to change her face to make it really scary. I'm sure you're going to have so much fun. But first, we have a bowl to unbox, so come with me. It's unboxing time. Here's our l.o.l bowl from the glitter series. We're going to remove the first layer so we can find the secret message. Here it is, and it says, "Diamonds are forever." Let's continue. Rip the zipper and then remove the plastic layer. Under this layer, we're going to find the second collectible sticker. And our sticker says that our l.o.l doll can either cry, spit, tinkle, or change color. Okay, now let's remove the third layer. Here's our first surprise blind bag. What do you think we'll get in this one? Let's find out. Okay, let's open it. Let's see. And it's a cute white baby bottle with a black cap. Let's remove the next layer so we can take out the next surprise blind bag. Here it is. Let's open this bag to find our next surprise. I think this one must have our l.o.l shoes inside. So let's find out what they look like. Let's see. And we got a pair of black boots. They're so cool. Let's remove the last layer, guys. Under this one, we'll also find another blind bag. But remember that in order to find it, you must open the compartment that's on the top. Okay, so let's take out the bag. We're opening it now, and here we have the outfit for our doll. A top and a pair of shorts all covered in glitter. It's time to open the bowl! Wow, there are so many surprises inside! But first of all, let's take a look at our l.o.l catalog. Here we have all the dolls from this series. Which ones are you still missing? Tell me in the comments below. Which doll do you think we'll get this time? Let's keep going! So the next thing we'll do is to open today's last blind bag. Let's see what the last accessory for our doll is. And we got a pair of sunglasses! They're awesome! Now it's time to open the bag with our doll. Are you excited? Me too! Let's find out which one we got. And we got, let's see, we got Diva, but dressed as fresh. Wow, she will look so cool, guys! Here we have the two dolls that we're gonna use for today's transformations. For the l.o.l, we'll use Diva's outfit instead of the one we got, but we'll keep the black boots. And for our little sister, we'll make everything from scratch. So if you wanna find out how to make them, come with me. Let's start! We'll start with our little sister. So the first thing we'll do is to make the veil with air-dry clay. So take a big piece of white air-dry clay and put it over the top of her head. We have to cover all of her hair with it except for the bangs. Good! So now we'll paint her bangs with white acrylic paint using a thin brush. We'll also paint part of her face because we're trying to make her hood. Once the clay is dry, we'll paint the veil that we just made black. Be careful not to paint her face or the hood, and make sure not to leave a single white spot. Let's start with her l.o.l now. This outfit has a very similar shape to the habit, so we'll just change it a little bit with air-dry clay. So grab a small piece of air-dry clay and then put it here right in the middle, and we'll cover her neck with it. Now we'll have to make the sleeves for her habit. So we'll use her dry clay again for this. Just be careful not to cover her hands because we'll paint those later. It's looking good, right? But this skirt is still too short to be the habit of a nun. So we have to make it way longer, and for this we'll take a piece of air dry clay again and we'll make her a skirt that reaches almost as far down as her ankles. Once we have it like this and before the clay dries, we'll take a modeling tool like this one and we'll mark the details of the outfit. This is going to look just great. Good! Now we'll put a coat of white acrylic paint over the upper part of the habit, the one we made with clay and the one that has the animal print now. Make sure to cover this part perfectly with paint. And we'll paint the rest of the outfit black. This transformation is going to look awesome. I'm sure you're gonna love it. Which other horror films are you fans of besides the Nun? Tell me in the comment box below. It's time to paint her hands. We'll use pale rose acrylic paint for them and an extra thin brush so we don't make any mistakes. She's going to look as spooky as in the movie. And now we're gonna paint her shoes all black. So make sure to cover those white shoelaces with a coat of black acrylic paint until there's no white left. Tell me, which is your favorite part of this movie? Now we're going to paint this cord that we have here black too. This is going to be the cord that nuns usually have around their waist as a belt for their habit. Let's go back to our little sister, okay? We have to make her have it too, so we're gonna take a piece of air-dry clay and we'll start to mold it with her fingers like this. First, we'll start with this curved part and then we'll continue with the rest. Once the clay is dry, we will add a layer of white acrylic paint. We'll do this just like we did with the l.o.l. So we just need to paint the hood and then the part above the neck white. Everything else will be black. This veil looks terrific, right? We're doing a great job! Okay, so now we gotta paint it all black. Good job, guys! So after that, we'll paint her feet and legs black too. Remember that nuns rarely wear any colors besides black, white, and brown. So her tights need to be black as well. This doll is going to look super spooky. Let's go back to our little nun. We have to paint her hands and face with pale rose acrylic paint. Make sure not to paint her eyes. This little one is going to look as spooky as her big sister. Because she's almost ready too. We're going to paint a line of black for her eyes so that they look closed. And then we're going to put some gray paint on her face. Once the pale rose paint is dry, we're going to start painting the details on her face. So first we're going to make her skin tone a little gray because we want it to look like the skin of a dead person. Then we'll take this piece of thread and we'll paint it black too to make the cord that will go around her waist. Make sure to cover it perfectly and then set it aside to dry. So we've already painted some gray spots on her face to make her look creepy. And now the cord is dry, so we'll put it in its place. So put some clear glue around her waist and then place it there. Now we'll take a piece of cardboard about this small and we'll fold it in two. Can you guess what this is for? That's right, her Bible! So now we just need to paint it black. Once the paint is dry, we'll take your Bible again to paint the details. So we're gonna use golden acrylic paint to draw a cross right in the middle of the cover and to make some details on the corners. And with the same thread that we used before, we're gonna make part of the cross that's hanging around her neck. So we're gonna paint it black again. It's going to look great, you'll see! To make the actual cross, we're gonna use this wooden lollipop stick. So the first thing we'll do is to paint it brown with a permanent marker. Remember that we'll just use a small part of it, so there's no need to paint it all. Now we're going to cut this into two smaller pieces to make the cross. So let's cut it with a pair of scissors. Remember to be careful while using the scissors, and if you're having troubles, ask for the help of a grown-up. Now we're going to glue them together to make the shape of the cross. So put some clear glue over here and then put the other piece above the one with glue. We'll have to paint her bangs white because we need to cover up the glitter. Nuns never wear glitter, at least not spooky nuns. So make sure to cover all her bangs with white acrylic paint. Devil's hair is so big we can use it to make the veil for our nun. So we'll paint this part black. Just remember to leave the part of the hood white. She's going to look just as good. Once it's like this, we'll paint her face with pale rose acrylic paint. Just be careful not to paint her eyes. Remember that she is really pale and gloomy, so we'll add some more details later. So we've already made the veil, but we need to make it way longer. And for this, we'll use a piece of black fabric like this one. So we'll use a pencil to draw out the shape of the fabric. We drew a square that will be our veil, so now we just need to cut it. Make sure that you use a bright color like white or yellow to draw on the fabric, otherwise you won't be able to see the lines. Now we're gonna put clear glue over her head like this, as if we were trying to make her a headband made out of glue. And then we'll add the new veil that we just made. It's going to look so real. And now we're gonna fold the fabric again to make a bigger and more realistic veil. Very good! We're doing a great job! So as I told you, her face still needs more details to make her look really horrible and ugly. Otherwise, she won't look spooky at all. So we're gonna put some gray paint on her face with a brush. Then we're gonna make her hood a little bigger, so we're gonna paint a little of her face white. So basically, we'll do the same as we did with her little sister. We'll outline the eyes of her doll with black paint and a thin brush, but this time we'll outline the whole eye, not just the upper part like we usually do. Now we'll change the color of her eyes and we'll paint them with a very bright shade of green that almost looks like yellow. Make sure to use an extra thin brush and try to follow the lines. And now we're going to give her some scars on her face with gray acrylic paint and a thin brush. She's now starting to look really scary, don't you think? She's giving me goosebumps. She looks awful, just as we wanted. So now we're gonna paint her lips with black or dark gray acrylic paint. Have you ever watched the other movies from this series? Like The Conjuring? Which one is your favorite? And now we're gonna apply a coat of clear nail polish to the eyes of her big nun, and that will do. They're going to look fierce. I'm so looking forward to see the final result. Wow, she looks so spooky, guys. We did an amazing job. Her scars make her face look really scary, and her veil is awesome because it's so big.
What did you see?
I also like the color of her eyes because it reminds me to the exact color of the nun's eyes in the movie, and that gives me goosebumps. And now, with dark brown acrylic paint, we're going to make the rosary beads that are hanging on her neck. You can use a needle or a modeling tool to paint them because her brushes would be too thick for this. After that, we'll paint the cross with golden acrylic paint. You should use a needle or a modeling tool for this as well. We're almost done, guys. Wait just a little bit more. Then we're gonna paint some scars on her face with dark gray acrylic paint and a thin brush or a modeling tool. Paint on as many as you think are necessary to make her look really scary. And now we'll just have to paint her lips black and that'll be it. She's going to look awesome. Come with me if you want to see the final result. Look guys, she's so terrifying. The fact that her eyes are closed made her look as if she was really angry and looking for us.
Hello.
The veil looks so real even though we made it with air-dry clay. The scars are the detail that she needed in order to look truly horrible. Here we have today's transformations together, guys. They're both equally scary. Here we have the big nun that we made with her l.o.l doll. We made the veil with a piece of fabric, and for the rest of the outfit we were able to use a lot of l.o.l accessories. And for the little one that's by her side, we made everything from scratch. This was really fun, don't you think? I hope you liked it as much as me. So if you did, please tell me in the comments which one was your favorite. Also, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out any of our future videos. Remember that sharing is caring, so show this to your friends. We love you so much. Bye bye!